right, so we're gonna start off the hand lead series with the first drill. It's called head lead kicking. It's just like it sounds. The name describes the drill. Your head is leading the way the entire time. Your arms will be by your side. Now, we never, ever want to swim with our head leading the way. So why would we drill with our head leading the way? It's actually just to eliminate any other distractions so you can focus on your head position. Is your chin tucked? Is your neck stretched forwards? Are you swimming as tall as possible? And is your head still? Are you keeping your head still? All he's gonna do is kick with his arms by his side. If he needs a breath, I'm gonna have him roll all the way to his back for a breath and continue head lead kicking on his back. So it'll look something like this. That roll from belly to back without your arms is going to be a little more difficult. You're going to find yourself, your face probably going underwater when you get to your back. So my recommendation is that you kick stronger when it's time to roll. As you go into the roll onto your back, get those legs churning, because the more speed you have, the higher your body rises in the water. Just like a boat, when it picks up speed, it rises in the water. Your body is like a boat. Chin back. Oh, sorry. I was just yelling at you. Keep that chin back. The turn was excellent. I can't believe you got it on your first try. Good work. It's hard. Keep going. Yep, keep going the whole way. Second drill of the hand lead series is hand lead kicking. Now for him, he's gonna have to do 2 lengths of this drill, because we're gonna do the right hand leading the way on the way down and the left hand leading the way on the way back. Now this drill is also in the name. Hand lead kicking means one hand is gonna lead the way, the other hand will be by your side like it was before in head lead kicking. You're still on your belly, but you're gonna be a little bit more rotated onto your side with this drill. With head lead kicking, you're pretty much flat on your belly. With hand lead kicking, you're rotated onto your side a little bit, just because naturally your body rotates when you stick one arm out in front, especially if you're doing it correctly, which would be extending your hand in front of you as far as possible. You'll roll onto your side a little bit. Now this time the breath is easy. The breath is easy. You're gonna breathe to the only window that's open. You can't really breathe into the arm that's extended, because that's a closed window. So you're gonna breathe into the window that's open. And if you need a little extra help, remember when you breathe to kick faster. And then some adults would like to do this little cheating Finding Nemo stroke. I'm okay with that at first when you're beginning, because it gets you a little extra momentum through the breath. But just know that repeated pull over and over again is making you go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So it's not really efficient. It won't be as smooth, but you might feel like it's helping you. And if it does, that's okay. Go ahead and try it for a while and then get rid of that little cheating Finding Nemo stroke. I call it the gimpy fin stroke. So, done really well. Your kick will be side to side. You won't be splashing. But at your beginner stage, it's okay to splash a little bit at the surface to rough up the water. That just means you're more flat on your belly than you are on your side. That's okay. Good, take your break. Good. fighter, my guy. The hand lead series drills are not easy. If a coach makes them look easy, that's just because they're majorly balanced in the water. But the hand lead series drills are hard because it forces you to balance in the water. We're eliminating a lot of things that help you move forward in the water and help stabilize you. We're purposely throwing you off balance a little bit to make the right muscles engage to keep you balanced, so that when you start swimming freestyle again, all of a sudden you're gonna feel like everything's easier and smoother, and you're gonna be like, well, how'd that happen? You developed the right muscles. You developed the muscles that are supposed to be used to help you move through the water, as opposed to using your normal muscles that you use in your everyday life when you're grocery shopping or packing or whatever. So now we're gonna mix in some 25s freestyle in between these drills to help him feel the benefits of the drills. For instance, on head lead kicking, we gave him a better head position. So on this 25 freestyle, I'm gonna tell him to think about his head position. Is it still? Be aware of what your head is doing. Is it still? When you're breathing, are you kicking harder through the breath? Are you keeping your head kind of in line with your spine? It's okay if your head turns out of your spine a little bit, but for the most part, are you keeping everything moving together in unison? So you're gonna swim freestyle. You're gonna swim the full stroke. Your hands will be in front of you. Every 2 strokes, I want you to take a breath. And if you need, since we're getting into this kind of deep here, take 2 breaths still. When you turn to the side, 2 strokes, 2 breaths. That'll give you more oxygen to be able to survive this one. What'd you say?
Good thing I thought he choked. I thought he got water.
Well, I don't know about you, but that was like night and day. You were like, your stroke looks really good today. Yeah. Yesterday it looked uncoordinated. Today it looks smoother.
Good.
Yeah, the drills are helping. The drills are giving him that balance and that body line in the water. He might not realize it yet because he's still at such a beginner stage in his swimming that everything's hard, everything's tiring, everything's complicated. That's okay. If you feel that way too, that's okay. Just keep practicing, and if you feel overwhelmed, start breaking it down. Just work on 1 or 2 drills for a few weeks. He's getting the whole 9 yards because we have him here for 4 days, so I'm trying to take him through as many drills and as many concepts as I can, and then I'm going to send him home, having him break down what we worked on, and pretty much just focus on the things we worked on day 1 for a couple of weeks, and then day 2 for a couple of weeks. The third drill in the hand lead series is hand lead to head lead. This is a combination of the first 2 drills. You'll start in hand lead, and when you need a breath, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a pull with that hand. You're gonna pull with that hand and breathe to that side. So if I'm starting off with my right hand, I'm kicking, I need a breath, I'll pull first, breathe to that side, and now I'm in head lead kicking. I'll extend the right arm out in front of me, or the other arm out in front of me, which at this point is my left arm, and I'll repeat the process. I need a breath, I pull first, then breathe, face back in the water, extend the next arm up. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Doing it right? I think you're doing it right.
That looks good over here.
Okay.
He's got the recovery down.
Hand lead to hand lead. Hey, you know what? That's good. Just keep doing that. It's hand lead to hand lead. Slightly different drill, but it works.
the left hand, he's recovering underwater, and the other one, it looks like he's going over a little, you know?
Good break. First reset. Nice. So the hand lead to hand lead drill is the fourth drill in the hand lead series. That's what we've got him doing right now, and it works. The hand lead to hand lead drill creates a connection with your rotation. The purpose of the hand lead to hand lead drill is to create a connection with the rotation. So you start your pull after this hand already begins to take the other hand's place. Once it's right in front of your face, you're gonna pull and switch. Let the other hand come up in front of your face, pull and switch. Let the other hand come up in front of your face, pull and switch. So you're rotating and connecting the pull so that you feel like your body's mechanical, kind of like a machine. Good. We're gonna skip hand lead to head lead and try it again at the end. Most coaches will tell you to keep your legs straight, don't bend your knees. I don't like that advice. I found that a little bit of knee bend helps create that whip motion like Indiana Jones's whip. So sure, your kick might start up here in your hips or in your core and travel down through your knee, but if your knee is straight, you're basically just moving water up and down with a leg. That doesn't do anything. You're trying to kick water backwards. So you're gonna have to bend your knee so that eventually you can get water to fly off your foot and travel backwards. Otherwise, you're just creating the same amount of ripple effect forwards, backwards, sideways if your leg is straight. Bend your knee, kick the water away from you, get it behind you. Accelerate yourself forwards. Go ahead, try it again. Wow. 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 Did that feel different?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looked way different.
Do that, sorry. So it's weird that I kept feeling like I was doing this. Now this feels more like I'm,
Pulling them back and forth.
yeah.
Okay, so then think about kicking the foot down to the bottom of the pool, not pulling it in towards your butt, but push your knee down to the bottom and then finish it with the foot.
Ooh. Okay. Try it.
Yeah, try it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's still running a little bit. He's still running a little
For
bit.
sure.
Nice.
That
Yep.
rhythm is perfect.
The rhythm is much better. The action is much better. At first it was perfect, and then I saw what you were talking about. You started running a little bit, so just keep pushing down, pushing down, and maybe even backwards, like push your foot away from you. Woo-hoo-hoo! We got it. We got it. That was it. That was it. It was tighter. It was more effective. It was fluid. It was fluid. That's what I was looking for. The connection was made when all of a sudden it looked fluid, like he was letting his feet dance and his legs were doing all the work, as opposed to before with his straight knees and his one flexed foot. It was more of a like a robotic, uncomfortable looking feeling. But now it looks fluid. It looks like he's going to be able to travel faster with less effort too. So the third drill of the hand lead series, that hand lead to head lead, we're going to try that again at the end of the hand lead series. The fifth drill, we're moving on to the fifth drill of the hand lead series. The fifth drill of the hand lead series is one arm to hand lead. This is a lot like a fancy one arm freestyle. The only difference is after you take a pull, extend the hand out into the hand lead position and kick again until you need another breath. So it's kind of like with the hand lead series, you don't want to be rushing through any of these drills. It's a lot of times it's wait until you need a breath, then execute the switch of whatever kind of switch you're doing. For this drill, you're doing hand lead kicking with the right arm. When you need a breath, you're going to pull with the right arm, breathe to the right side, and then extend it back out into hand lead. Now your left arm will remain by your side the entire way. You're just swimming with one arm, and you're just kicking with that same arm. So imagine that there's a rope tied around your waist, keeping this arm by your side the whole way. Now the benefit of this drill is to help someone rotate with just one arm to pull. Whereas later when we add in both arms, it's actually significantly easier to rotate. So this is kind of a rotation drill, helping a swimmer rotate with less balance in the water. We're kind of making him a little bit imbalanced again. Watch again. Don't worry, your kick looks awesome, and the reason that you're having a hard time with this left arm is because you're not used to breathing to the left side. Right, so you're good. Just suffer through this one.
It's just weird.
Yeah, just suffer through this one.
All right.
Nice. Here we go. Yeah. After your reset, you got it a lot easier. Folks out there, if you are finding yourself not mastering a drill real quick, switch to something else. Here's why. When your brain is learning something new, it's starting to store it as memories. When you leave and you try something else, it's called decompressing. Your brain is now storing what you've worked on as a memory, and when you come back to it, when you recall it to the forefront of your mind, you're going to understand it better because it's kind of like you're reviewing it. So if you find yourself getting stuck on a drill or a certain technique, switch to something else for the rest of the day or for a few minutes, come back. If it still doesn't work, switch to something else again and keep coming back to it, because relearning it, learning it one time and getting frustrated with it not working isn't going to do you much good. Yeah, I want you to keep practicing. Don't get frustrated. Be patient and practice. Those are Coach Mike at Nitro's rules. But don't stay on the subject if you feel like you're just hitting a wall or a rut. You can't get past it. Switch to something else. Come back to it. All right, sweet. We're gonna mix in a 25 freestyle now. Giving him both of his arms back, he's gonna feel pretty incredible. He's gonna feel really strong. He's gonna feel like he has control again.
I think his pull is looking a lot better, which I didn't expect.
The sixth drill of the hand lead series. This is going to be the hardest drill for you competitive swimmers out there, but for adults, it's not as bad. So what you're going to want to do, the way it works is, it's called hand lead claw. One hand is in the hand lead position. The other hand is above your head, stuck in the middle of a recovery stroke. It's like frozen. Kind of looks like a ballerina. Kind of looks like a shark fin. Kind of looks like a sailboat or a bow and arrow. But the correct way to do this drill is with this above hand forwards. Don't let that hand creep behind your head and start kicking like this. keep that hand up here about to enter the water. I'll show you what it looks like. Done really well. Your armpit will be above your ear. Switch arms when you need a breath. So you're in this hand lead position with one hand leading the way, you're kicking with your face down, you need a breath, time to switch. Breathe, and then resume the hand lead claw position on the other side. You need a breath, switch. Breathe. Now you're on the other side again, okay? It's kind of like a weird looking freestyle.
Wow. Dude, I'm telling you, the recovery looks amazing.
What in the world? You conquered that drill on your first try. Dude. Yes. Very rarely do I see that drill done that well on a first try. If you're out there and you saw what I just saw, give that drill a try. Send me your footage. I want to see other people doing that drill. That is incredible. That's the most beneficial hand lead drill in the whole series. Because with that arm above the water, it's pushing you down, you're sinking. So you're required, whether you realize or not, to kick harder just to keep your body up. And when you kick harder, you have more control, you're stabilized, you're balanced, and your body comes up in the water. With that arm pushing you down, stretch forward, stay strong, stay firm in the water, stay tough, stay tight, get yourself back up to the surface of the water like he just did. That was awesome. The seventh and final drill of the hand lead series is catch-up freestyle. Now, I hadn't told Mark about this yet because I wanted it to be a pleasant surprise for him. He's already learned catch-up freestyle. In fact, catch-up freestyle is one of the most common drills. It's probably the most common freestyle drill in all of swimming, wherever you go in the world. Catch-up freestyle is the most common. It's where your hands tap out front. One hand has to catch up to the other before the other one's allowed to take its pull. It's part of the hand lead series drill because it keeps one hand out in front of you at all times in that hand lead position. When you swim regular freestyle, it's gonna be a lot like catch-up. I call it superhero freestyle. Your hands are side by side. They don't have to touch, but they will come side by side. For now, I'm gonna have him touching thumbs. Some people slap, some people tap thumbs. Doesn't matter, whatever you do, just so long as you're not crossing your arms or doing anything crazy. Just a simple tap. He'll go 2 strokes and a breath, 2 strokes and a breath. All right, well, that's the 7 drills of the hand lead series. We are gonna touch back on drill number 3 now that he's a little bit more comfortable in the water. He's more coordinated after all the drills. We're gonna go back and touch on that 3rd drill, that hand lead to head lead drill. It's a very complicated drill, no problem. I'm gonna have him swim a 25 freestyle first, just so that he can swim that superhero stroke now without having to touch his hands every single time like catch-up. He's gonna feel really smooth. I know all of you out there are already seeing what we're seeing, which is tremendous progress. Don't forget, we're still on day 2 of 4. So the hand lead to head lead drill, you start off in hand lead kicking. And then when you need a breath, you're going to pull that arm down to your side. So both arms are going to be by your side. You take a breath to the side and you put your head back in the water. Once you've completed the breath, now you extend the next arm and repeat the process. Pull first, breathe second, head lead kicking third. Pull first, breathe second, head lead kicking third. You almost had it. Now extend the left arm next. Oh, no. Yeah, when you breathe to the right, then you extend the left arm next. Yep. Now pull with the left arm, breathe to the left side. Good. Right arm up. Okay.
It's clicking.
That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna try it again tomorrow. Decompress. We need to decompress. That drill's too hard. That drill's too complicated. We can even try it like on land. It's good to do a review of drills sometimes because one of the things I'm going to change in his drill today will help him in his stroke as well. When you're doing hand lead kicking and you lift your head to breathe, try not to bring your ear out of the water. Try not to lift your ear forwards. Try to keep the ear down and see if you can start breathing with half your head in the water. That was a lot better. Now the reason it's important to tip the top of your head down, keep that ear in the water so your head is lowered during the breath. Your head is the weight of a bowling ball. It's pretty heavy. So when you pick it up out of the water, every time, even a small fraction of your body, any surface area, once it comes above water, it becomes significantly heavier because there's gravity, much more gravity above water than below the water. Remember, being in the water is like being on the moon. I could pick my feet up. As long as I got air in my lungs, I could float here all day. It's like being on the moon. There's almost no gravity. I can't sink. As long as I've got air in my lungs, I've got the built-in life vest, I'm always going to float. When you tip your head down into the water, it relieves some of the weight that you're causing to press you down in the water. By keeping your head down, your body will float better. But once you start picking your head up, your body will sink. Watch, I'll show you. As long as I've got air in my lungs, maybe a little bit of dance from the feet, paddles, whatever. Watch what happens when I try to just swim with my head out of the water. It's a lot harder. My body sinks if I'm trying to lift my head up out of the water. Same thing on my back. I'll show you that too. You lift your head up on your back, you're gonna end up sitting down in the water. So, keep your head in the water when taking your breath on freestyle. And also remember that breathing to the side, that freestyle breath, that's a unique breath. Butterfly, you breathe in front of you. Breaststroke, you breathe in front of you. Backstroke, you don't have to hold your breath. So the unique breath is actually the side breath, the one that most people are trying to learn. Don't forget that. It's actually a unique breath. Sweet. That is definitely the best he's done that drill yet. All it took was a quick reset. Remember, when you're practicing and learning new things in the water, 3 rules. Be patient, don't get frustrated, and practice. Head lead kicking, your arms are by your side and stretching your head out in front. Your head will lead the way the entire time. This drill is really good for a swimmer's head position in the water to correct it. Sometimes head positions are too high. Rarely are they too low, but most of the time are they too much side to side. They're serpentining down the lane. You want to keep that head nice and still. You want to keep your chin slightly tucked so it feels like the back of your neck is nice and smooth. You don't want any wrinkles in the back of your neck. You want it to feel nice and smooth. So stretch your spine out. You want to feel as if there's a baseball cap on the crown of your head, that you're pushing that little bead on the cap to the other wall. At the same time though, you're pulling your hips and your legs and your feet backwards and in the opposite direction. So you want to feel like you're pulling your body in 2 different directions as you do this drill. Watch me. Okay, keep watching. And this time as I do it back, Quentin's gonna be able to see the demonstration as well. Right? I feel almost like I'm trying to charge forward with my head at an incredibly slow pace because I'm in water. Not so bad. Spit it all out. Get it all out. Okay. Now try to roll back and then I'll pick you up. Yeah. Not so bad. The rollback was way easier. Way easier. Way easier.
Yeah.
So, for those of you out there who might have a hard time rolling onto your back, you just saw that that is the harder part. Rolling back to your belly is easier. If you remember yesterday in the video, I told you that when you roll back to your belly, it's easier too in the pineapple drills because you're using your arm. Right? Well, even on these hand lead kicking drills, if you don't have an arm to roll you back to your belly, it's still possible, but you're gonna have to start to use your hips and your kick to help turn you. Use your feet to turn you by putting different direction on the water, by putting different pressure in a different place on the water to change your direction. Good, kick yourself up. Good. It's fast. Nice! He has a better roll to his belly and to his back. On his back, I'm gonna have him wait until he rises up a little bit higher to the surface again. Because right now, when you try to turn too deep in the water, it's part of what's keeping your head under. Because then I said chin back, and you did. You pushed your chin back, but that just made it deeper in the water, right? Pick the head up and then roll. Okay. Woo! Yeah, baby! Good job. Good job. He got all the way onto his back on his own that time. I saw him pick his head up before rolling, and then when he rolled, all he had to do was let his legs sink a little bit and kick fast, and that kept his head up. Good. Good. That was awesome. So that time you even got to see him recover on his own. He rolled to his back, got water over his face, and he figured out how to get up higher and recover and blow it all out. This is the part of training that some of you might not enjoy because you're gonna get water in your nose, on your mouth, in your mouth, and it's gonna be rough. But if you do it 21 times, that magic number 21, if you do it 21 times, you won't be getting water in your nose or your mouth anymore. With him today, I'm probably gonna do this about 8 times because he's already getting it on try number 3. And then I want him to move on to the hand lead kicking, which is a better drill anyway for what we're trying to accomplish here. This head lead kicking drill, the reason I'm making him do it is because I need him to start to be able to rotate his body without his arms. It's gonna help him a lot once we add in the arms. He won't have to rely so much on the arms. He'll be a more well-rounded, complete swimmer. Recover, recover, good recovery. Good recovery, you're okay. Good job. Let me give you one more piece of advice here, all right? Right before you want to initiate the rotation, kick faster. Lift your head up, kick faster, then rotate. You're gonna find that at a higher speed, you'll rotate at a quicker, tighter velocity. I'm doing way better at just being myself in the damn rotation. Yeah! Didn't work for you on your belly, but it worked for you on your back. Didn't work for you on your belly, but it worked for you on your back. At first on your belly, you were even lower, and then on your back, you looked like you were craning out of the water. It was awesome. One of the reasons that he needs to kick more is because I'm having him lift his head slightly before he rolls to his back. Normally, if you're a competitive swimmer out there, I wouldn't tell you to do that. I don't want you lifting your head position like that. But for someone who's learning how to get their own breath, and he's someone who might be accidentally keeping his or forcing his head down and unsure how to do it, I'm okay with him lifting his head before he turns and then rotating his back. But now I'm telling him that he has to kick faster if he's going to do that. He has to kick a lot faster because when your head lifts, your hips drop, and now you're causing a lot more resistance. You're swimming uphill. So you need to kick faster just to maintain this body position, which for him right now is slightly better. Okay, it's keeping his head up, he's able to breathe, it's slightly better. Eventually he'll get so much better at anticipating rolls, anticipating breaths, water, that he won't have to lift up anymore. But that could be a year away from now. Okay, so it's okay to make some minor adjustments that would be counter to what other coaches might teach you. All right, if some other coaches are out there saying that one size fits all, that means they're just regurgitating whatever they were taught as a kid because they can't fathom the idea of maybe they didn't have the best coach in the world, or maybe sport has progressed and there are new techniques, or there are exceptions that we've noticed are okay. It's almost like it's a necessary trade-off. It's like trading a slightly worse body position for success in the breath. And that's what we're after. Sweet. Good. The last step and tip that you can work on, or that he's going to work on to make his head lead kicking better before we move on, is to try and make the turn faster. Don't turn slowly and try to keep yourself up. Try to make it almost as if you're rotating your body ahead of your head, and then you're just going to whip the head around and it's going to match with your body. If you can start to turn your body before the head, you might find yourself with more success in this drill. Wow! Yes! Yeah! Did you see what a difference that made? Oh my goodness, yes, yes, yes. You snapped your body around way quicker and your face never dipped underwater. Not even once. That was excellent. I'm gonna have him do that one more time. Nice. You rotated back there. You went deep. That was fun. Have you ever touched the bottom of the pool with your hands before? Oh, you have.
Not
swimming.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is I want you to, if you don't know how to, if you're not comfortable going all the way down and feeling that pressure, you should totally do it. It's actually good. Yeah, being uncomfortable underwater that deep does make a difference. You start to realize that. That's why there are people who meditate underwater.
I feel like it tries to lift you back up once you get out and touch it.
It's hard to get back up.
No, it's, when you go down and touch it, I feel like it's trying to pull you
Pull
back
you back up. It's the air in your lungs. Water floats us. It does not pull us down. Water picks you back up. All right, so now we're doing hand lead kicking. Hand lead kicking is the second drill in the hand lead series. This drill puts a swimmer more on their side than their belly, so it makes it a little bit harder to balance. Recommend using fins the first time you try this. And you're gonna be kicking with your face in the water. You wanna stay in the tallest body line you possibly can by stretching your fingertips forward and stretching the other fingertips back, stretching your hips and your feet back, stretching your head forward. So again, you're pulling your body in opposite directions to lengthen out your spine. For those of you who didn't know, you can swim about 2 inches taller than you can walk on land. When I swim regularly for exercise, I have my friends and family asking me if I've grown recently because I'm a lot taller when I'm a swimmer. And so when you swim in the water, stretch your spine in opposite directions to give yourself a taller body line. It'll also engage your core. The more you're stretched in opposite directions, the more engaged your core will be because your body feels like it's being pulled off balance and your core is what you use to stay in balance. So for this drill, you're gonna take a breath about every 2 or 3 seconds on a regular interval. Don't hold your breath until you need one. Take it before you need it. Take your breath before you need one, like this. Okay, now for him, I'm actually gonna start him out with his face already breathing. So he's gonna start off like this. And we're gonna let him kick all the way down, getting his head in a nice comfortable position in this breathing hand lead kicking technique. Once he gets comfortable in this position after probably 2 to 4 lengths, then I'm gonna start having him dip his face in the water and come right back out. And come right back out. After that, I'll have him start leaving his face in the water and turning it for the breath. Now, lay your ear down on your shoulder. There you go. You don't need your forehead out to breathe. Wow, you're going so fast. Get up. Keep up. Okay. Wow, it's like we're both doing hand lead kicking drills. I'm gonna make my cool idea. Lay that head down more in the water. No, keep your face breathing. Just lay the top of your head down more. There you go. Doing good, and we're almost there. I'm gonna put your hand on the wall. You can stand up. Nice, good. On the way back, we're gonna be using the arm he doesn't normally use to breathe. We're gonna see how this goes. Good, think about pulling the hand up. Pulling the hand up. Yeah, there you go. Wow, he's all on his own. Wow, he's all on his own, folks. This looks incredible. We're doing it together. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone pick that up that fast. Looks good. Sorry, I kicked you. He only stopped early because I got too close to him and he kicked me and it threw him off a little bit. I did not anticipate that being that good, especially with his off arm. I think it's time to see if whether or not he should be using that arm to breathe. I'm gonna help you with your head position a little bit. I want you to turn to be more in line with your spine. Yeah, almost like chin to your shoulder. Good, pull this arm up. There you go. Yep, good, lay this top of your head down more. Good. Yep, all right. I think it's safe to say he's a champ at hand lead kicking. If you like this video, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and consider becoming a member today. If you want your own private lessons in person or online, head over to our Rocket Swimming website. If you want shorter videos and tips throughout the week, follow us on our other social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. If you want your own Rocket Swimming merch, you can find that on the Rocket Swimming website as well, or you can find it on these YouTube videos. That's it. Thanks for watching this video. Get ready to rock it to the moon.